All right, y'all. New week, new heat. Big Ken, Trisha Michelle, Benji Banks. We here, y'all. It's the Fiyah Session. Let's light it up. All right, yep, it's us, the Fiyah Session. We have another amazing episode for you. We got some hot topics, some sports, would you rather moment, and we also got a new segment called Broke Chronicles. Y'all gonna love that one. Y'all gonna love that one for sure, for sure. But first, I have to check on my people, Trisha Michelle, Benji Banks. What's the deal, y'all? How y'all doing this week?
Oh, well, we want to go first, Benji? I always go first. You want to go first?
I mean, listen, I can't say I got a new stomach, as the country folk would say.
Oh,
but your boy went and did that colonoscopy joint. You know what I'm saying? So I got that little drinky drink, and let's just say, man, it hit quick. And it hits fire hydrant status. Listen, I heard people talk about it, but the level and phases of what starts to come out your colon, man, listen. To see that is hilarious. And then you're just sitting on the toilet and all you can do is like, am I done? And then you're not done. And then man, listen, that is wild work, but it cleans you out. Whatever that stuff is, that joint, that joint, yeah, that's
it's instead of lifting your hands, you was lifting your legs, huh?
Lifting my legs,
getting it all out on the toilet.
Man, listen, that stuff is wild. I kept a little thing on the bottle because I'm gonna go back and read the whole little joint. Man, listen, clean you out. And it don't stop the day before it like you go the next day and you gotta, of course, go to your doctor, but you still, I'm like, Doc, how are we supposed to handle this? Because your boy still gotta go to the bathroom.
You got on a little Depends. So you're telling us you got on the Depends right now?
Nah, see, that was the day before. You know what I'm talking about? That was like the day before and then the day of. But I'm like, now
you leaking.
It just don't feel right.
Oh no! Oh man! Oh my stomach!
Because every time you go sit on the toilet, you're wondering if the fire hydrant gonna start spilling over, and it's just. But I encourage every man. I don't know if you've done it. I hope you have. If you're in your 40s, late 40s, even if you're in your 50s, man, it's not as bad as people made it out to be. I mean, you hear people talk the horror stories, all this. Listen, man, go get it done. Go get your scan. Go get your scope. It made me a believer because it literally flushes out, and you feel 10 times better once you do it. Because you can't eat for a little while, so you're a little lethargic, and you're on meds, or whatever, and you're a little lethargic because you're ready to get back to your eating. You can only eat like applesauce and drink liquids and stuff like that. But I don't know if I want to go back to a regular eating regimen, burritos and quesadillas and all of that, because I'm scared what I'm gonna do to my new stomach. You know what I'm saying? So
you'll be back. Don't worry. You ain't gonna last long.
Oh man. Don't put no hot sauce on that burrito when you eat it either.
Put some hot sauce on my burrito, baby.
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh Lord. Well, for me, it's been a heck of a week around here. I mean, I went to the concert, Chris Brown concert that everybody in California didn't went to. football Sunday, so nothing crazy, but just the week itself. We're getting prepared for homecoming for my daughter. So the whole nails, go find the dress, go do this, go do that. She's running me crazy. Daughters are expensive. And
yes.
that's where we at this weekend. Homecoming's on Saturday. So, I'm just making it all happen per usual. Nothing changed.
Dang, homecoming came quick, right?
Yeah, I mean it's high school football season, and homecoming it don't have a real I guess set date really,
Yeah.
because y'all know homecoming is they pick a team that they know they probably gonna beat. So whenever that is on the schedule, whether it's in the first couple of weeks or the last couple of weeks, in the middle, whenever, that's when homecoming is. So
Mm-hmm.
it's disrespectful for a
On
team to
purpose.
schedule you for their homecoming. Just know that they plan on smacking you up when you come to play that game. That's for sure.
Facts.
Yeah. So with me, man, it's just more the same. Football season, man. I love this time of year. High school football, college football, NFL football. Even though I don't watch too much NFL football anymore. I'm a purist, man. At this age, I watched so much
Mm-hmm.
sports over the years. It's kind of hard to watch certain sports that have changed so much and geared toward the entertainment more, which
Right.
professional sports really are. So when I want to see a football game, I like to watch high school and college.
High school football.
College,
But
definitely.
but shout this out though. Last week's interview with Colin Simmons' mom was dope. You held that down for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, man. She was great, man, and she gave a lot of great information on the episode. So if y'all are watching this, go back and watch episode 202. Hook 'em with the mother of Colin Simmons, man. She gave great information.
Yeah.
And her baby's gonna be a big time player, man. And I hope the best for him, for her, for his little brother Clay and Clay's Color Crew. It's a autism awareness group. So it's a lot of great information in that episode. So go check it out.
For sure.
But yeah, definitely. Great episode, great interview. Had a lot of fun with that.
Facts. That was dope.
All right. So while we talking about these sports, man, we get this thing kicked off with some sports. Paige Beckers, man, won the WNBA Rookie of the Year.
Well deserved.
Well deserved. And she's one of the when I was talking about purists, as far as looking at sports and stuff, when you're a hooper and you look at women's hoops, like she's already carved out a nice little lane for herself when you look at these women hoopers. Because even as a rookie, she has fun, but she gets buckets. She gets busy, man, on that court.
Yeah.
For real. So shout out to her.
Sure.
So Benji, have you had a chance to really just look at her game? And if you have, like, what other women's basketball player would you say her game is kind of reminiscent
of? I've watched her more at UConn than she's been in the WNBA. I haven't watched a whole bunch of WNBA, but I know she gets really good press because of the fact that she comes off as solid. She's kind of that goofy, kind of, chill type of, white girl. So she gets a lot of good press. And so in a lot of the morning shows or morning radio sessions that I listen to, they literally shout her out like all the time. And I'm talking about from 710 ESPN to 760 with Rob and Rob G and them. And even 760 with Dan Patrick, they talk about her quite a bit. And I think I wouldn't say somebody that she reminds me of, but when I think of her game of who I thought would be like that, I'm forgetting her name, but she played for Notre Dame several years ago. She plays now. And I believe she was managed by Rock Nation. I'm forgetting her name, but that's who she reminds me of because she has an all-around type of game. So that's kind of the thought process I have. And I know her name will come to me sometime later on, hopefully before the segment is over. But I just like her overall game, and she had that same game at UConn. So I'm actually kind of intrigued to kind of go back and watch a little bit more of her in the WNBA and see if she's progressed a little bit more.
Okay, Trish Michelle, what you think? What you think about Paige?
I mean, I agree with Benji when it comes to like all around, very well polished, mid range too, 3-point range. Like, to me, I feel like she's way more polished than Caitlin. For sure. If I'm gonna say somebody, maybe WNBA on the lines of like Diana Taurasi, something like that. I could say I enjoy watching her. I watched her in college days before she got into WNBA, and I enjoy watching her now. So she's one of my favorites on the court. Actually, I think she is my favorite. Yeah, that's one of my favorites for sure. So I'm excited to see where she continues to excel, to be Rookie of the Year. Well deserved. She puts in work on that court. So I love it.
Yeah, I think both of you all are spot on with your assessment, because when I look at her game, I look at, she's one of those players when you say she has a total package, right?
Yeah.
She can do everything. She's a 3-level scorer. So, and when you brought up Caitlin, it's funny because people have been asking, with her getting Rookie of the Year and her having such a great year, and statistically being really good, why hasn't the news been following her and talking about her every week like they were Caitlin? And it's and nobody really wants to talk about that, what I'm saying, as far as the main news media, and that at that level they don't talk about that as much. But because when you look at Caitlin is a great player, don't get me wrong, but to me, she's at this point a one-trick pony.
What did he say?
Like, she does something, she does one thing really well, and that's exciting. But defensively, it's lacking. It's lacking. And finishing at the rim and that type of stuff is not really there, right? So that's gonna be interesting to see how that develops. And no knock to Caitlin, because she's been injured the majority of the season.
Yeah.
So don't want to be too critical of somebody who hasn't been on the floor much this year. But shout out to Paige, man. She did her thing, and she's well deserved of that Rookie of the Year award, and we're looking for her to be one of the stars in the future, for sure.
For sure.
I liked her speech that she gave about Black women in the sport of WNBA and the tradition of how it started and where it's at now, and her paying homage to a lot of the Black women that kind of came before her. So, well, anytime you kind of throw that into the pot and you're known for that, people kind of trip a little bit. But I'm kind of hoping that they do, because I actually like her just as an individual. She seems well-rounded. So
yeah, there's your reason why she wasn't showcased as much.
Yeah. and you know how it go with it, if you on one side and you're leaning on one side and you're a white person, they kind of look at you a little strange for why she's doing that. But we'll see. I hope
this is what she needed to excel, the recognition she deserved. So it'll go up from here.
Right.
Yep. All right. So speaking of controversy, man, Colorado lost to Houston this past weekend, and a college football team losing is not a big deal.
Yeah.
Colorado, it's going to be a big deal because it's Colorado.
Yep.
But it wasn't really just a loss. It's the quarterback controversy that's been going on the past couple of weeks. That's really the issue there. And also, me and Benji talked about that defense is definitely lackluster.
Yeah.
So I think that's the real problem.
For nothing.
I think that's the real problem with Colorado right now, is the defense is not stepping up. So regardless of what you do on the offensive side, you're basically going to have a shootout every week and outscore people because your defense can't stop anybody. So, but hopefully this week, man, they'll shake back. They'll make a decision at the quarterback position and stick with it and allow whoever they choose to go these next few games some rain, so they can get their legs under them, so they could get a real good grip of the offense and let them get some flow, man, because you can't keep putting these guys out there who are fairly new to either playing and starting or running that offense. So with Salter, I felt like that the first couple of games that they had him in, that they had his hands tied. That they didn't let him run the full gamut of the plays. They had certain plays that he would run, and you got to kind of let the guy go. If you watched him at Liberty, you know that he's a kid. He's a kid with a lot of talent. Coming out of high school, if I remember correctly, 4-star coming out of high school, going originally committed to Tennessee. So we're talking about a talent. We're talking about a guy who won quarterback competitions and top high school quarterbacks coming out of high school. So let him go. Give him the keys and let him go, man, because at this point it's not looking good for Colorado, man. And I hate it for Dion because of what he's been through personally in the offseason and stuff, and then to have to come back and have this type of season is it's kind of harsh. It's kind of harsh, man, but
it's just what it is. It's what we're seeing on. It's what we're seeing on the field. Yeah. It officially looks like Colorado has a glaring weakness, which wasn't as the issue last year. Like they didn't run the ball much last year, but again, they had Shador, so he could bail them out. Then you come to find out they had some really, really, really good wide receivers, right? This year, when you can't control the ball, like when the offense is holding the ball for 6, 7, 8 minutes, like, bro, that's not a good plan at all. You can't stop them. You can't get Houston off the field, Georgia Tech off the field. We know Georgia Tech is a running team, and you couldn't stop them really for nothing, right? So it just looks weird, but it is early. They got Wyoming coming up, and maybe Wyoming has a good run game that we don't know about, and maybe this one will get ugly too. But I agree with you in this respect, and I do think they need to put Salter back in there. Or if you're not, man, just run with Lewis, man. Like, go ahead and let it fly, because he's going to be your future anyway, unless he dips on you. But, I mean, hey, if you ain't going to put Salter in there, ain't no need to keep going back and forth playing musical chairs. So.
Yeah, with Lewis, my only problem is, man, when they put him in there a couple of weeks ago, I just didn't like what I saw as far as him being ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you step out there, it's more than just your skill. It's crowds, it's
smarts.
It's not even just that. Like, he got everything, but I think when the lights come on, that crowd is really loud. He played in high school in front of these big crowds, but nothing like that. Right. Even with Salter, he's played in front of a lot of big crowds, but nothing like he's in front of right now. So all of this is new to those guys. So Staub is the only one who has some familiarity with that, but he's not the best skilled of the three. So he just has more of a knowledge of the offense because he's been there for some years now. So
and he looked like that being there for 3.
That's why I said. So that means that's the best you're gonna get. Like, if he looked like that and he's been there for these 3 years, that's the best you're gonna probably see him as. So so you got to run with Salter. Salter's gonna give you your best chance to win. Tristan Michelle, what you think about Colorado, man? What's going on with him?
They just don't. For me, the defense already kind of was lacking to begin with, and it just got worse and worse. So I don't know if they still say it, but offense sells tickets, defense wins games. You got your defense can't do nothing, like constantly wearing your offense down too. They're out there way more than they need to be. That's just bad. And I don't know. They're not doing their job. Defense wore out. They tore up. They can't stop none. The ball is always in the other team's hand. They need to really work on, maybe go to the portal. I don't know. But I don't know. But at the end of the day,
they've been in it.
Oh Lord, that's the problem. Because if you're not sitting on nothing, then and you're not really developing these players, and you're just constantly rotating, like you said, it's like nothing is really gonna happen. Nothing's really gonna stick. Right. And then you're never gonna develop an actual rhythm. So that's the next thing, that they're not taking the time to develop. I don't know what happened off season to not develop either, or whatever the case may be. But if it stays like this, a lot of people go there or went there, Dion, whatever. y'all ain't winning. Suckers is gonna leave.
I'm out of here. Yeah.
Like,
Well, I
that's
think
for
what
sure.
you just said is key, though. I think with this group, last year you had the guys there, but they had been there like the year prior. So
Yeah.
they had some familiarity with each other. They had some
Yeah.
chemistry. Like a
Right.
lot of these guys out there now are
Brand new. Yeah.
new guys. They don't have any chemistry yet. You got to let something build. And that's the downside to the portal of trying to build something at any of these teams and build any type of success, because you need these guys to be there and stay there for a couple of years for you to, so you be able
We
to
could build
build
some
something.
chemistry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's
To
part
me,
of the issue.
to me, the O-line is supposed to be better, and they aren't running the ball. I like Price. And to offset your defense being like on the field for ages because they can't stop the run, the way
Yeah.
you counter that is use your O-line and you run the ball. Give your team a little. I know Shador can throw the rock, and somebody made this point when he was there, when Shador, but now you're coaching kids who they aren't your sons. These are different quarterbacks. You've always coached Shador, so you've had a relationship with him. These are three new kids that other than Staub, you haven't really had them. So you got to work a different type of magic with these kids, and you got to break them in, but run the ball. Your O-line is supposed to be pretty decent. You brought in some solid, and Seaton at left tackle is still balling. Run the ball. I don't understand why they aren't running the ball a little bit more. And Salter's a running quarterback. He can get on the edge and run the rock too. So
I think that's the thing, though. Like,
Yeah.
if you look at the first couple of games, they did run the ball a lot.
yeah,
But it's the run pass mix. I think that's part of the issue. And also, again, allowing Salter the freedom to say, man, you know what? Be you. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? He's
Yeah.
got a cannon for an arm, throw the ball, but if you see an opening, get out of there.
yeah,
Right. So allow him to make those type of decisions, because I mean, you can open up a whole new world with that alone.
right,
Oh yeah.
And now you take, for football people, football, if you got a running quarterback, then that means that you have to have a spy. So that takes another guy out of coverage, because they gotta be aware of the quarterback scrambling out of the pocket and
Yeah.
getting down the field. So
Facts.
it's just a lot there, but I think they're gonna be able to fix it. And hopefully for Dion's sake, that they can get the ship righted and get this thing turned around, because if not,
Mhm.
we know the firestorm of the media is coming.
Yeah. I
Right.
think
It's
it's
coming.
gonna take about half the season before we see something great.
Yeah.
Facts.
So, but speaking of greatness, man, while we're in the sports lane, man, did y'all watch the fight this weekend? Did y'all
Yeah,
watch the
buddy.
fight? The fight
Well,
was the fight was interesting. The fight was
yeah.
very interesting because, let's just be honest, a lot of people did not pick Bud Crawford to win that fight. But
Mhm.
there were a lot of boxers that picked him, but the masses had all type of, well, he's not strong enough. He's not big enough. He's coming
Mhm.
up 2 weight classes. It's too much to overcome. It didn't look like that in that ring, though.
That
And a
man
lot
was
It
perfect.
did.
and a
It
lot of
did.
people a lot of people, saw it differently, because they say the scorecards were close and things
Mhm.
of that nature. I'm like, listen, if you watch that fight,
Right.
you saw Canelo Alvarez have a couple of, good moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for the
Bud had
most
way
part
more
of that
momentum.
fight, he was being controlled,
Oh yeah.
and Bud had that in the palm of his hand
Yes.
from the beginning.
And that comes from, one, he had a year to get his body ready. He's already a good boxer. And number two, his jab, he had a 4-inch jab advantage. And
Yep.
Canelo struggles with anybody that has a great jab, because the jab is designed, if you got a good one, it stops your momentum. And if you keep the jab out there during the fight, you could pretty much control the other fighter's movement. That's why Canelo couldn't really get in and attack and use his power, because he was kept on the outside so much. And then Canelo is very good with his left hook coming to the body. But if I can control you with my jab and you come in here, all of this is open. And if I got enough power to tag you, I'm going to neutralize your left hook to the body or left hook up top. And that's what gets a lot of guys knocked out, because they're kind of 1 and 2 dimensional. Bud is what we call in baseball a 5-2 guy. He can jab, he can hook, he can box, he can skill you, he can brawl you, he can do all of those things. And that's what Canelo had trouble with. Overall, for me, everyone who's been watching boxing knew Canelo has gotten slower over the years. So he's not that combo guy that he used to be. He's a 1-2 punch fighter, get out, and that's it, because he knows he can knock most of the guys out he fights. So he really, I mean, most boxing guys, we knew it was going to be kind of a cakewalk anyway, if Bud could keep him off with the jab and his power. So it was, but I was I honestly kind of wanted Canelo to give us a better showing, but I mean, he's almost as a billionaire as a boxer, bro. I don't think he cares no more.
See, I'm looking like this because Benji was talking that talk. Benji was saying,
You heard him? I was listening like, yo, okay, because you was really
gonna put hands
back
on Crawford. And we were like, man, I don't know,
because I'm watching the fight and I had my analysis, because I'm in a whole bunch of boxing groups. Anybody knows me knows I love boxing.
I was gonna say you definitely love boxing.
I love the sweet science of it, not to just get in there and brawl, where there's no strategy. Me and you, we throwing punches, hitting each other with hooks, and there's no strategy. You don't possess the skill to sidestep or slip a punch, throw an uppercut, then throw a hook, get out, and use your, like, I love the sweet science of it all, right? So I'm watching it, and I'm like, yo, Canelo looks slow as heck. Because the first 2 rounds are like fill out rounds. Like, you want to see, can Canelo touch him? Can Bud touch him? Like, is Bud's power going to do anything to keep him off? Watching Canelo, he didn't really do anything exceptional. He looked like a boring fighter, he looked like an average fighter. And that to me was kind of discouraging, because, I wanted to see a really, really good fight. And it was a decent fight, but it wasn't, an exceptional fight. But because, you love boxing, you know what I mean? You're going to watch it. And it was on Netflix. So I didn't have to pay $80, $100 for pay-per-view. So.
All right. So Trisha Michelle, what was your assessment of the fight?
Well, while at the Chris Brown concert.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We were tuned in still.
Okay.
Because we went with our dudes. So of course they there, they know the songs, residuals, but they over here with the phones, like, and it's funny how many men in the stands had the fight on their phone, and their girl was rocking, like, doing that, singing every song, singing her heart out, while they over there with their homie, like, oh, like, it was funny. And his brother, he had his money on Crawford, so he got a good, nice little win while we was at the concert.
Yeah.
So I watched some stuff, and I kind of peeped that Crawford was definitely doing his thing,
Right.
and Canelo was not looking too good at the first few rounds. Once I seen that, and I think his brother had said the first 6 rounds or something like that was to Crawford, and I was like, oh, just finish it out, ride it on out to the end. It's his. This is gonna be his. Like, it's definitely gonna be his. And so, I mean, it ended how they wanted it to. I was a little upset because when we bought these tickets at the time, Canelo and all that, I didn't put 2 and 2 together that it was the same night.
Right.
So when they learned the week before, like, wait a minute, we're going to the concert on the Canelo fight, like, and I'm like,
right,
yeah. So I mean, I'm glad they found a way to be able to still watch it, still be a part of the thing. We were able to see, because I really, when I found out, I wanted to see how the fight was going to look, how it was going to turn out. I didn't have my I really didn't have my money on either one, anybody in it. My mind was breezy. So, you
The
know,
breezy ball.
yeah, that's all I knew. I was breezy ball, and that was it for me. But I think after watching it, he definitely well deserved. I mean, two fighters that respected each other, though, for sure.
What was interesting too, though, and this is how close the judges scored it. If Bud didn't take the 11th and 12th round, or even just the 12th round, it would have been a majority draw. So the judges saw it totally different, because he won 113, 115 on 2 scorecards. And that was interesting. But what got him that, honestly, is the last 2 rounds, because he really kind of turned it up a notch and kind of banged inside
Yeah,
a
I
little
did see
bit.
that. Yeah.
So you can imagine how the judges are seeing the fight compared to what the TV people, us, how
That's
we're
always
seeing the fight.
interesting.
Well, I
It's
don't even
always
think
is, because go
I don't
ahead,
even
King.
think
Go
it's
ahead.
that. I don't think it's that. I think it boils down to people got to understand there's politics and everything.
Oh,
So
yeah,
in
for
order
sure.
for you to beat the champ, like you got to beat the
You got to
champ,
take it from him.
right? So they're gonna
Right.
give Canelo Alvarez all the benefit
Some
of the
home
doubt.
cooking.
They're gonna give him some home cooking because he's
Right.
the champion, and you
Right.
got to really beat him in order for them to say, okay, yeah, we're gonna give this
Agreed.
to you, right?
Agreed.
Yeah.
And I think that's why the scorecards were so close. Because other than that, if you watch the fight, I don't care who you are. Stevie Wonder might have been able to say, you know what, you know what,
I seen it.
I
Right.
seen it, I
I
seen
seen that. I
I
seen
seen
that.
I seen it,
Right.
right?
Ray
I
Charles
don't
seen
see a
that.
lot of things, but
Yeah.
I seen that.
Because well, you know, Ray Charles ain't seeing nothing, brother. Cause but we ain't gonna address that. That's why I said Stevie Wonder. Cause Ray Charles, but yeah, but Bud Crawford, man, was dominant, and
Yeah.
Canelo Alvarez's face says everything throughout the fight and at the
Yeah.
end of the
He was
fight.
intact for sure.
During the post-game interview, when you look at his face lumped up,
Yeah.
and Bud's looking fresh. You know what I'm saying?
It looked
So
like he was in the fight. Like,
yeah,
didn't get touched at all.
yeah.
And here's the interesting part too about it as well, is that he actually had a year to prepare for Canelo and get his body right. That I thought was huge. And most of us who watch, if it went to the scorecards, Canelo wasn't going to win on the scorecards against a boxer. He never does. He never wins on the scorecards against a natural, pure boxer, except for Lara. He got a crazy decision over Lara, which everybody who watched that fight, Erislandy Lara, basically beat Canelo up. And they said because he boxed too much, he stayed too much on the outside, that they called it running, and they gave Canelo the fight. But anybody who watches boxing knows, if you stay on the outside of him, jab, duck, dive, slip, land to, combo, get out, you're going to win the fight, because you're just going to score on your punches just way too much. So,
Well, I'll say this: people got to stop with that narrative too, that somebody's running because they're punching and moving around.
yeah.
Listen, nobody's gonna stand in front of a guy and just slug it out. That's not boxing.
Facts.
That's brawling.
That's dumb.
That's brawling. And if you want to see a brawl, go down to your local pub, get some
Or
guys some
UFC.
liquor, get some guys some liquor, and you know what I'm saying. You probably see something get popping. But other than that, man, the sweet science of boxing is the mastering the art of hitting without getting hit.
Facts.
And how can you do so if you ain't moving?
That's a fact. So
Gotta
stop
move.
it. Stop it, people.
That's the casuals, you know what I'm saying? They coming over here trying to change the sport into something that it isn't. And they'll call a guy like Shakur, they'll say he's bored. Man, listen, I know a surgeon when I see one, boxing wise. And truth be told, in most spaces, if you can get a boxer in the ring to think, and he's not a quick thinker, you're going to win the fight. Just simple as that. Because you make him think, and all he got is a jab and a hook. Oh, it's over for him. I'm going to break him down. And it takes a little longer to break him down than anything else. But yeah, that's easy work.
All right, and I gotta bring this up too because talked about this a few times before the fight because everybody was so leery. They were like, Netflix, oh my God, Netflix gonna crash. And I was telling folks, man, Netflix was gonna be fine because there was gonna be nowhere near the amount of people watching this fight that watched the Tyson and Paul fight. People have to understand the draw that Tyson was.
Yes.
Right. And no matter how great any of these boxers are right now, they're not gonna draw the draw that Tyson was gonna pull. So we're talking about a difference of the fight Saturday was 41 million viewers. 41 million. Sounds like a lot, but the Tyson Paul fight was 108 million.
Yeah.
That's more than double. So we're talking about a whole nother stratosphere of, you know what I'm saying, streamers, you know, streaming that fight. So that's what shut down the system because it was completely overloaded and flooded. So yeah, but I'm glad
8 million.
I'm glad it went well, man. I'm glad it went well. And shout out to Netflix because y'all did y'all thing. It was crystal clear and everything went according to plan. So can't be.
I saw that graphic though, and the women's fight did what, like 78 million? What was those two girls' names? Because I remember watching a fight of theirs, and it was actually a really good fight. And they were like second on the list of Netflix. It did like 78 million.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just can't remember them, but that was a really good fight for sure.
Yeah.
But check this out though. After the Canelo fight, the Canelo Crawford fight, that was another fight. In the hallway, and somebody caught it and put it on World Star. And the footage is crazy, of course. I mean, listen, for you to go to a fight, which you know people are going to be at the sporting event drinking, and but you know when you see somebody else fighting, sometimes that gets you amped up, that gets you ready. And you're like, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm amped. I saw a fight. Saw some fights tonight, man. I'm ready to knock somebody out. Yeah, but you got knocked out. You got laid out in the hallway, and your girl had to drag you away and help you get up. And it was a sad sight, man. So yeah, I'm gonna put the link. I'm gonna put the link under the video. And y'all will be able to go check it out on your own on World Star, man. But that was wild, and that's disheartening, man, because I'm pretty sure he spent a lot of money on them tickets and went there and had a great night, and then for at the end with you getting KO'd, and the people on the main card ended in a unanimous decision. Nobody even got knocked out, but you got knocked out.
Somebody had to get knocked out that night, clearly.
Dude, if you was with your girl or with one of your honeys.
But listen, I respect her because at least she helped him up. At least she didn't bounce. She didn't. Now, what the conversation was on the way home or the next day.
Support your man, ladies.
But yeah, Trisha Michelle, you're a lady here. So what shall you say if you was in that situation, you and your man, you go to an event like this, he gets into a little scuffle, and he gets KO'd. What do you do?
First of all, he started it. That's what a stupid ass get. But no, dang, what do I say? I don't even know. Like, you got knocked the fuck out. You got knocked the fuck out. I'm gonna help you out the way, but we're gonna talk about this. I might even have it on video later. I'm gonna show you again what somebody uploaded. Look what you did. Look what you did. Don't do this ever again.
Man, this look like Kane beating your ass the other night, man.
Stop. Think about it. Please do not fight anywhere, because clearly it is not the best option for you. Like, I would be like, no, come on, let's leave. We don't just don't say nothing to nobody. Let's leave. Let's leave. Oh my goodness. But thank God. I mean, I prefer someone that ain't always trying to fight anyway. Like, I want you to be able to hold your own. I need to know that you ain't no little poo butt. You can hold your own. But outside of that, I ain't got time for you to be that type of person anyway. So get knocked out. Sit down, shut up. Because that's what you should have done. We don't need to be doing all that.
And speaking of Benji used the word sissy, which is one of those words that people are like, you can't use that right now. Well, the president used it because because this weekend he said the new NFL kickoff rule is stupid, and I quote, "Sissy football is bad for America and bad for the NFL." Unquote.
Sissy football.
Well,
Trump said that. So
yeah, I saw that.
For once, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I kind of agree with Trump on this one because
he's not wrong.
Yeah, it's weird, man, that they've changed, and I understand why they're trying to do it to make it safer, and all that. But again, I keep telling folks, and me and Benji have these conversations offline. They have changed the rules so much in a lot of these sports. That's why you can't compare eras. That's why you just can't, because there's so many more rules now that are geared toward these guys playing longer, getting more numbers and records and things of that nature because it's entertaining, right? The competition of it is still there, but in small quantities versus what it used to be. So at the end of the day, some of these guys don't care if they win as long as they were entertaining and they can pick up their check.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah,
and it's just the reality of it, right? But we know what what it's for. Protect these, the CTE and all that type of stuff, because the collisions and all of that. But it's almost a waste of a play. It's like in the Super Bowl when they was just kicking the ball. I'm like, why is the play even here anymore? Why don't you just take it out? But it's tradition, football, right?
Yeah.
Kickoff, kind of exciting, but at this point, man, it's like, why is it even there? So I ain't a big Trump supporter, but I do stand with him on this. It is kind of sissified. I can't lie. So I agree.
Say that word again.
Sissified.
You
remember in Friday? It is kind of sissified. You remember in Friday, your boys are just sissified. Pops was, you're just sissified.
I
always trying to pick up a gun. I always trying to pick up a gun. Put these up. This is what makes you a man.
Thank you very much, Pops.
All right. Well, speaking of Trump, man, while we on Trump, man, Trump is a fan of TikTok. We know that.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because they spent so much time on TikTok versus other things that I think are a little bit more important. Trump administration and China have reportedly struck a deal to keep TikTok available in the US, which is good, right? Because if you're on TikTok and you ever been on TikTok, you'll notice that there are a lot of people who make a lot of money on TikTok, and there's a lot of people selling things, which means that other people are benefiting from that as well in other businesses. So so they're going to make sure that those businesses stay intact and those people have the ability to keep selling stuff because they're getting paid off of it and they're making money off of it.
Facts.
So Trisha Michelle, tickety talk, like, what you feel is the big draw for Trump? Do you think that it's because that they're making money off of it, or do you think that they have some other plans that they may have in the future for being able to maybe get things out on TikTok?
He for sure making money off of it. He don't do nothing that ain't gonna make some money. They're making money off of it for sure. Now maybe there might be plans later down the line, who knows? But as of right now, he for sure making money off of it. That fool can't stay off no social media platform anywhere to save his life. Like there's money being made in some type of way, big business wise, and just him being a fool on there. So I think he would be sad if it was gone. So he needed to save it. Thanks. I don't care for it though. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that is one of the least apps that I'm on, sadly. Like, you wouldn't think, but that is. And I actually purchased my first TikTok shop thing. It got me because I was looking for a new nose ring, and it was a certain style I was looking for, and it popped up on there, and I said, "Wow, for $6, let's do it." So we're gonna see what happens when it comes, and if my nose falls off or what happens to it. But I
will turn green.
Yeah, I don't know. That's another thing. Oh Lord. Yeah, I hope not. Pray for me.
Yeah, I made about 2 or 3 purchases from the
Okay.
TikTok shop. So, light work stuff, nothing expensive, $10, $15,
Right.
something like that, but I think there's a lane for it, and people are making a lot of money off of it as well. And of course, you have people who are on all those social media platforms and with their content, so there's multiple streams, literally, of
Right.
Yeah.
income. So shout out to those people who are able to do that, and
Right.
we're going to keep working toward that as well.
Yeah. I try to remember the app. I'm trying.
Yeah. It's crazy, right?
All right. So speaking of streaming, man, your boy Ken is in Dallas, Texas, man. And past couple of days, man, I Show Speed has been flowing through Texas. So if you're not familiar with I Show Speed, or as we call him Speed, he's a very popular streamer, and he's on a tour, like a world tour, as you can say, because he's been all over the place.
Right.
And he's just going to different cities, man, and enjoying himself, meeting people, touching the people, literally like going out, shaking hands, signing stuff, giving away things, meeting fans, giving away money. One of the biggest things that I saw from some of the clips that he's been on is some of the areas that he's been to, especially his hometown. When he went there, he ran into some of his people. And one clip that actually touched me was he ran into one of his classmates that was not doing so well, and he was like in one of these little hood restaurants, and he was getting something to eat, and the dude was in there, so he brought the guy some food and told him to sit down and eat, and he just felt bad for the guy. And I think for me, Speed is one of those streamers that like they say, we made the right guy famous,
Right.
because
Right.
he's doing some great things with his money, with his popularity, with his reach for things. And I think it's very, very dope what he's doing, man. Going out racing people, like just having fun, just being a kid, man. And it's dope to see, for real.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's a fun, pure content. And
Yeah.
I love it. Like you said, we made the right person famous, and rightfully so, right with it, rich. So and he's giving back, and he's not it don't seem like fake, staged, gimmicky like stuff that's going on. He genuinely wants to do this. He's genuinely having fun with the certain things that he's doing too. So it's always great to see.
Right.
Yeah.
Not mad at him, man. He's a young kid doing this thing, man. So not mad at him at all. Especially if when you're going to Dallas, you know what I'm saying? Who can hate on Dallas? You know what I'm saying?
And he also made the statement that Dallas has the better skyline in Texas. So people often have that argument, which there is no argument. To me, there's never been an argument, because
Right.
although I love Houston, got a lot of family in Houston, been in Houston, you know what I'm saying, a lot. But Houston skyline and Dallas skyline, it's not
Totally
even close.
different, right?
It's not even close. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, shout out to Speed, man, and keep doing what he's doing, man. And hopefully the other streamers and other people who will come along in the future take heed to what he's doing, and kind of take some of those things and do them as well, man. And let's make this society just a little bit better, one
Man,
person at a time, man.
that for sure.
All right, so we're gonna take a turn, man. Here, Trisha Michelle introduced me to a story. It's not funny, but it's like it's so many twists and turns to this thing, and I'm not the subject matter expert on it. Trisha Michelle is gonna tell you about what's going on with this guy David, or D4VD.
Man, it's not like you said, it's not funny, it's bizarre. Like
Right.
it's crazy. So we have David, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, like you said, D4VD, I believe September 8th-ish. They found a body in his Tesla. Tesla was stored or at a tow yard, just there. They found it because the surrounding neighborhood, they started smelling stuff. People were smelling things that they've been smelling for a long time. So the body been there for a long time. They finally said something ain't right, whatever. They go to get the Tesla. Boom, it's a body in it, in the front part of it. So if you've ever seen the front part of the Tesla, the little compartment there, that it is pretty small. So it was decomposed, been there a while. They couldn't identify the body. This is September 8th. We're going to fast forward. You know, David's on tour. There's nothing to say too much about it. Supposedly he ain't got no clue. He's on tour. He ain't even been around, right? So we're like, oh, okay, something weird going on. Maybe it's set up. Maybe it's, you know, whatever, some other stuff. Who knows, right? So we fast forward now to today, where they were finally able to look over the body a little bit more. They found a tattoo, searching the missing persons system. They found out that there's a girl that's missing from Lake Elsinore, California, that has this little tattoo on her finger that says "shush," SHHH, kind of like the one Rihanna has, I believe, on her ring finger, one of the fingers.
Yeah.
But David has the same tattoo. Anywho, they find this out. The mom identifies the body. Yes, this is my daughter. This is her tattoo. Also, she has a boyfriend named David.
Right.
Okay. So now they're talking to David a little bit more. Then they're going to friends and family. They say he is cooperating.
Right.
But there's some FaceTimes where it shows the two together, kind of cuddled up while they were FaceTiming together in the same location with someone else. So they definitely dated. Now we go and we spin all this, right? We're like, but what in the world is going on? David's got a couple of songs that are very incriminating. Allegedly, we have no clue. I ain't the police. He's innocent until proven guilty. But then you take this, and it's called what did we say it was? Benji?
Romantic homicide.
Yeah, romantic homicide. And that's the name. It's the name of a song, right? Until you get into the lyrics.
His most listened to song, by the way.
Yes, that is his most famous song. Most listened to song, came out a couple years ago. And that song has lyrics in it. I don't know verbatim, but it's for sure talking about how he killed someone, killed the girl. You know, it's like as if she doesn't even matter. He doesn't care. He left the body in the back of his Tesla. So now we got a body in a Tesla. Then he's got another song called Celeste. What's the girl's name? I almost said little girl because I'll get to that. What's the girl's name? Her name is Celeste. Little girl, she's 15.
13 at the time.
And at the time that she was dating and gone missing, 13, 14. And now, 13, 2 years ago. And he's 20 now. So there's also that. And I don't know. But then it goes to questions I got, you know?
Right.
Why you ain't never why get Tesla in the tow yard? You know?
So supposedly the Tesla was there because the car was left in Hollywood Hills, just on the street. And the neighbors, which Hollywood Hills in this area is like a party town, right? But the car had just been sitting there for like months. And the residents, you know, they were complaining. And so somebody finally called and had the car towed to the tow yard. So that's how it ended up in the tow yard, because the residents are like, this car has been here forever.
So and so they towed it, they didn't smell that?
I don't know. I don't know at the time if you know how people can be very nonchalant, bro. Like
he's doing his job, towed it, whatever, who knows?
Right.
But a dead body smell is not anything that, from what I hear, I'm not experiencing.
Right.
What do you mean by that?
I would think if that was happening and it was there for like months, you would have been smelling it out on the street.
But she's been missing she got reported missing in 24, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, September. It was I believe they said April 2024. Her mom had said she was missing. So I don't know. It just sounds weird because the car was picked up, nobody smelled anything, and then it gets taken to junkyard. And I'm like, so you mean to tell me the truck that took the car to the tow yard, you can't hit them up and say, hey, where's your records of you picking up this car? When did you pick it up? Because that would say, was this kid on tour? Or, you know, so there's a lot of
it's not even just that. It's in this neighborhood. Where's David live at?
He doesn't live too far from what I understand.
But it's just not looking good all the way around. You hear all this.
Yeah,
what you think after you hear all this?
Yeah, it's not looking good for him. So I think it's just only a matter of time before they pick him up, and you know, the charges are there. So this is a sad situation, but it's also one of those situations where you know, we never want to blame anybody because we don't know the circumstances, but we can
For
just
sure.
say, you know, if you have kids, male or female, you know what I'm saying, keep an eye on them. Especially if you have, you know, people out there who are living by themselves in this world, you know, call, check, make sure you keep in contact with people. And yeah, man, because there's so much going on in today's society that we just can't, you know, allow our kids to roam free like we used to. Right.
Yeah,
We have to be
they
very
do it.
vigilant as parents, and we have to be very, you know, very inquisitive. We have to ask
Right.
questions, even if they get upset because we're asking questions. We
Facts.
still gotta ask them.
Facts.
So,
That's part of being a parent.
yeah.
What tripped me out is my daughter is 13, whether she ran away or whatever it may be. Ain't no way I'm not every day trying to like what's going on. Like you would get tired of me because every day I want to know something.
Yeah.
So at social media era, every day I'm on social media. I'm hitting up anybody I can. Yo, do a video with me. I'm trying to find my baby. Like up and down. So the fact that she's from Lake Elsinore and ends up in Hollywood Hills tells me like she's, you know, somebody took her there. She didn't just, you know, catch
Well,
a
yeah.
bus or something or went there.
She ain't
So
even old enough to drive.
yeah.
Like at the time, like she
we-
wasn't even old enough to be driving or doing none of that. She wasn't even old enough to be doing what she was doing in general. But like we said, we're not going to judge
Right.
whatever, you know, the family situation is. At the end of the day, it's an unfortunate and sad situation for the family. For sure. I can't speak on the other part, David. You know, you do a justful trial. You do innocent until proven guilty. So allegedly, this is all the things that are up against you. And you know what is done in the dark comes to light, and the justice system will figure it out. But it is an insane, bizarre, unfortunate story that just popped up out of nowhere. But his songs are not helping him.
And he's in custody and he's had to cancel his recent tour.
Okay.
They have him in custody now.
Yeah, they have him in custody
wow.
and he has been cooperating. Of course, you know, no arrest warrant or anything like that has been issued, but he's been cooperating. He has canceled his tour that he was on to come back. So I mean, I know we'll get some more information real soon, but yeah, it's not looking good for your boy.
It's one of those where I'm over here like I'm on first 48. I'm trying to put the pieces together. I want to know the rest now because it's just so bizarre. So I definitely will be tuned in to figure when they unfold everything that's going on.
Facts.
All right. Well, we're gonna stay in this singing lane a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go into a better story.
Yeah.
Right. A lighter hearted story. Somebody who's known for being, you know what I'm saying, in the news for different things, dealing with women in the past, but now he's a lover, not a fighter. Chris Brown, man, going viral again after his performance in LA. Includes a very seductive sequence with NFL star Travis Kelce's ex, Kayla Nicole. Man, if you all saw this footage, wow. And I'm like, legs in the air, he's choking her. Like it's really getting real crucial on the stage. It's kind of reminiscent. I don't know if you all remember of when Janet Jackson, that footage Janet Jackson had the young man on the stage that was freaking him down and he was losing his mind. Like it was reminiscent of that moment, but it's like the first thing that comes to my mind, number one, is if Travis Kelce saw the viral footage and was like, dang, I remember when I used to do that. Number two, for guys that, you know, have girls to go to this concert, you're just thinking, please don't pick my girl to go on this stage. Because if Chris Brown does that to your girl, just throw her in the trash, bro.
Trisha, Trisha, are you going up if Chris Brown call you up with on the stage?
A single me, yeah. But I ain't single, so no.
Okay.
But single me, I mean, you go crazy, live your life. I ain't single. So I'm not going up on the stage. That's for sure, because your temporary moment gonna ruin
Your whole thing.
you know, what you really got. And when you're younger, you make a lot of temporary decisions that are that will affect your actual thing that you got going in life or the future or whatever the case may be. So when you get older, you don't make a lot of those temporary decisions. Or those in the moment. So no, but single me, being older, that would be living my life. So absolutely, I'm on that stage and I would be just like her. So
Shake what your mama gave you.
I would be just like her.
Shake what your mama gave you.
Look, absolutely, she did it the way. Like every time I've seen these girls, they ain't been doing it right, but she did it. She did it the way it's supposed to be done. So I'm applause, round of applause.
Yeah.
And she's single, so shit.
She got cut loose.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what that was my question really too. When I was talking about with the Travis Kelce thing being the fact that she's his ex. Benji, how do you think that he felt when he saw that? Because I mean, hey, I know he's got Taylor Swift, but come on, physically, come on, dog.
I don't know Travis Kelce personally, right? So I don't know
that. We know that.
Right. I don't know what his feelings are towards her. You get what I'm saying? So he may, he may really, honestly, may not care at all, one iota, because it's not like, you know what I'm saying, he can't get chicks. You get what I'm saying? That is, I don't know if they had kids together. I don't know all their business and stuff like that either way.
Nah.
But me personally, I wouldn't care at all. That's your business. You up there. Now, if we got cheering, and my kids got to see that, I'm on your head.
Nah, they ain't
text message
they ain't got kids. None of
no,
that.
I'm
stuff,
just saying.
Yeah,
I'm just saying in that instance, like, so you really got my babies out here wanting to see that.
Well, I mean, chicks do that every day. Chicks do that every day on social media. So
I mean, I'm just saying, but you get what I'm saying. That's the only.
They're gonna see it regardless.
Yeah. That's the only thing I'm thinking about it anyway. Other than that, do your thing, because at the end of the night, I'm probably bending my woman over, and I ain't thinking about you
over there.
Yeah, you get them like
ain't much to be bent over there. So I can
listen,
guarantee you,
some people like pancakes.
I can't guarantee, but if you take the two different type of individuals, I don't know if he's missing it or not. I'm just saying there is a definite difference in what he's hitting on, and the way
some people ain't blessed to handle thickums.
Well, listen, he handled her for as long as he did, which was quite a while. They were together. They were together for a while. Yeah. And listen, there are polar opposites. Pole being the thing,
personality, totally.
Because one looks like a pole a little bit, but
and some people love pancakes. Some people love when know that they
we gonna call those flapjacks.
Listen,
flapjacks might be you own to something there. You own to flapjack. We're gonna roll with flapjack.
Listen, there's no comparison physically, but we know money wise, Taylor's getting the big bread. So
and they're married now too, right?
Will be engaged, yes.
Yeah, they're engaged. Okay, so I mean, he's got a great life and things of that nature. But let's just be honest. If even though we've moved on and we're in other relationships, if we have an ex and something happens to that ex, we've talked about this before on the show. Like if something bad were to happen to him, but if something happens to him, period, and you see it. Like you might not
shock value, right?
Yeah, you care. You know what I'm saying? Is because at one point you were in love with this person and you love this person, so you care about their well-being. But to what extent? You know what I'm saying is the question. Because we all have some regrets, right? And with that in mind, let's hop over to the would you rather moment. Because this is gonna be interesting. Just thinking about the Travis Kelce, Kayla Nicole, Taylor Swift thing. Would you rather have the power to change your past or see your future? Trisha Michelle, ladies first. Would you rather?
I'm a run with past, and only because in hindsight is 2020 vision. There's a lot of things I would have done differently, moved differently. We grew up, especially a lot of people could relate in the Black community. Like we grew up not knowing, financial literacy and credit stuff. So you come out the gates doing a lot of stupid stuff. So now you spend your late 20s and 30s just correcting all of that. It's a lot of lost time, a lot of things that I, didn't do, would have done different, would have changed, whatever. Then if I go back, I can also, for me, it's real personal, real new, real heavy. My mom, like things like that. Things would be different if I could change some things, So I would go back for sure for me. I don't want the future I don't care about, but the past I for sure, because then I could change, whatever the future was going to be. I'm pretty sure it'd be a little bit better if I make some better decisions.
Right.
That's facts. That's true. True. Benji Banks, the man, the brand. Talk to me, man. What would you do?
My first thought was past, because same thing with me. My mom's, my little brother, maybe my relationship with not like our relationship is bad with my older brother. It's just we're estranged. Like that whole life back then, separation, the deaths, didn't really grow with my grandma. And I look back at all of that and I think, man, if I could change any of that, that would be dope. But for me personally, now being on this side with 2 grandbabies, business, wife, kids, ministry, I would lean more toward being able to see my future, because I think my latter is going to be greater than my former. So as I've matured, as I'm getting closer to 50, 47 this year, I'm looking at what's ahead of me now. And I think the only thing I would want to know is did I end this thing well? Like, did I do this solid in every aspect of my life? And you're creating like this legacy piece of you now, whereas you could talk about all of the stuff you went through, but this always sticks out to me when I think about writing my book is, what would I tell people that changed from all of that I experienced? Can I point them in the direction of something super positive or super dope and say, yeah, I went through all of that. I experienced all of that. I saw all of that. But let me show you something, man. Like, you can accomplish this. You can run this business. You're smart. You're intelligent. Like, they told you was X, Y, and Z, but you made a totally different space in your life, or created a different space in your life. So I would lean more towards that and for me at this point.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'd have to agree. There's some things in the past that I would want to change. And for me, it would probably be like Trisha Michelle said, some things that I could have done financially that would have had me in a much better position. Because there were, some things I had an opportunity to invest in that I just didn't know enough about investing that
Right.
could have changed the trajectory of everything, right?
Right.
But I know also there's going to be people out there who see these type of situations and say, well, okay, so if you change this in your past, you have that butterfly effect. Or like on Back to the Future, where you go back and you change something in the past, it changes something in the present. So, and that's why I said for me, it would definitely be, financial, because I think that would change things, but I don't think it would change things traumatically. You know what I'm saying? Like certain decisions I think I would still make, but those financial decisions, like in my mid-20s, when I was making a decent amount of money for a 25-year-old, but I just wasn't as focused on my future with those type of decisions, and I was just really worried about, the now. like making sure that I had money, making sure that I had a little savings instead of taking that money I had in the savings and investing a portion of it.
Right.
Like I was just like, well, I'm just gonna put it in the savings so I don't spend it. But
Right.
it's the wrong mindset. Your money
Right.
should be working for you at all times. So yeah, so that would be my thing too. I think I would want to change some things in the past because seeing your future it might be pretty cool, but you might be disappointed with some of the things that you see as well. So there's a
True.
a balance to that. So maybe things don't turn out quite the way you want them to. Not to say there's bad, but just not quite the way you want it to.
Right.
So you might not be
Be like, yeah, man,
satisfied with what you see.
I ain't cool with all of that. You know what I'm saying?
You might. What if you see yourself in the future and you got a big old back? Big back. Like you like you fat in the mug.
Dang,
right?
imagine.
That means you've been eating good. That means you was eating good.
What if you fat, both your legs amputated, one eye gone?
Oh,
you got the
man,
sugar,
both legs amputated.
And you got 3 years left. Would you want to know all that?
You don't want to know all that, right?
If I got 3 years left, we're gonna ride it. We're gonna ride it like a donkey. You know what I'm talking about? We're gonna be straight.
All right. Well, I mean,
ride it on then.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be the coolest non-leg having dude in the world. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Kim, I know this is a sidetrack.
They're gonna see you and say, man, dance for us.
You remember the video dude was in the wheelchair? And he's like, man, I give you $5 if you get up out that wheelchair right now.
Man, gotta walk over there, got that money, boy.
I can't.
I give you $5, you walk over here.
It's your leg work just fine.
Your boy got up quick in the mug, man. He grabbed that $5. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man.
But you know what? It's funny that we're talking about that because, that's what broke people do. Broke people don't have a barometer of things that, look crazy or appear crazy to other people. Right. They just know they need some money.
They need
so, you know what? We got a new segment. So turn the lights down, cue the struggle music. It's time for Broke Chronicles. All right. So we got the Broke Chronicles question to close out the show. So we're going to go Benji first, man.
Okay.
All right. So what's the worst fake designer or fake item that you've ever worn that is just egregious when you look back at it? Like you thought it was cool then, you thought it was all right then, but now you look back at it, you like, man, that was terrible.
Dang, I'm trying to think because
no, you wore some fake jewelry before.
I mean, yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I was never like a big, huge, super jewelry guy. But I did have a fake grill at one time with some diamonds in it. So I mean, I don't know if that would be considered, you know what I'm saying, designer. But you know what I'm saying? When you go with the all grill with all the diamonds in it, and then you're just stunting, you know what I'm talking about? Because back in the day, all of us needed to have a grill. Philip had a grill. Cecil didn't get one. My cousin Mon Wayne, my cousin Lindell, my cousin like down south Texas, you gotta have a grill. And I didn't have, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have the ends because I wasn't hustling like that back then. So, and I wanted to be like my cousin them. So it's like, you just pull up, you know what I'm saying, with a fake grill. You know what I'm saying? Got diamonds in it. And you can, and down south on the block, you know what I'm talking about? It's easy to pull the rats, you know what I'm saying, with the fake grill. So, I mean, that was probably my worst. Because, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't finna spend that type of money on no gold grill. And plus, I didn't have it at the time, no way neither. So, but when you can get that fake joint riding, yeah, diamonds in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with the gangster lean. We was in there.
All right. Trisha Michelle, talk to us. Fake designer fake bag, fake jewelry, something. I know you had something.
All right,
Fake
let me
shirt.
be clear. First of all, I ain't never wore no fake designer shades. I ain't never had no fake designer bag, no fake designer shoe, no fake designer belt, none of the above. But when I was younger, I definitely had fake jewelry. So I had a fake necklace, little fake ring, whatever, right? This is when I learned how allergic I am. So anything you see on me, jewelry, I can't even speak, jewelry wise.
Yeah.
Is
Say
real.
it 2 times.
No, we're gonna leave that alone. But because of the fact that the ring I had when I think I was teens or somewhere around there, or maybe early 20s, somewhere stunting thinking I was. And when I say swole up green, like I mean itching, burning, sore, scabbed after that, like I was tore up. And then you go from that to the necklace and to earrings. And I'm talking welts all around the back of my neck. Without it on for like a whole week, it was still like welts on the back. Like you couldn't even lie and say my ears, they get swollen, they'll have pus, so I can't wear. So we're gonna see what this TikTok ring do to my nose, y'all.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, and I've definitely seen some friends now we'll go to this like designer bags where I had to ask one of my homegirls because I'm like, B word, because this is how we talk. I'm like, ain't no way, either you got a sugar daddy or these bags ain't real because you got a new bag every time I see you. Every other week I'm seeing you got a new bag. And she was like, oh yeah, this is one site that I go to now. I promise you all her bags look legit. And low key, I'm tempted because the money that goes into my bags, I'm like, and they in the closet now. I'm wearing the Lululemon, however you can pronounce it. That's what I wear half the time, all the time in my little North Face little backpack to the gym, and the designer in the closet.
A Lululemon.
Yeah, so I'm like, low key. And Chad Ochocinco said everything he wore was fake, and none of y'all would have known.
Exactly. I think you wear what you want to wear. But you know, for me, y'all know your boy Big Kens. If you follow me on social media, you know me in real life. You know I'm a huge sneakerhead, man. I love shoes, man, and you know, with me wearing size 14, 15 shoe, you can't find shoes everywhere, and especially certain models. So about 10, 15 years ago, man, you know, those websites start popping up with the Jordans straight from China. And I'm like, you know, all Jordans come from China, so they all created equal. So I'm just gonna cut to the chase and just go straight to the Chinese website and order me some Jordans straight from over the seas, right? And ordered them bad boys, $59.99. I'm like, oh man, I'm getting a good deal. I bought 2 pair. Cause I was like, I'm gonna buy 2 pair. I mean, for $60, that's $120 plus, you know, like $20 shipping. That's 1 pair of Jordans over here. I'm like, yeah, let me go ahead and get 2 for that. They had size 14s. I was like, yeah, let's do it. Man, I got them Jordans and I took them out the box. I was so disappointed. First of all, the box was terrible. That was step one. I was like, yeah,
Red
box
flag
already
number
falling.
one.
Yep. Red flag number 1. The box
Was it
already falling
was it in
apart.
like the brown paper bag looking box?
No. The box it looked like the regular box, but it was just
tore up.
Terrible quality. Like it wasn't like the shoe box itself was just terrible quality shoe box. So I take the shoes out, I put them on. I felt like Martin, the episode of Martin when he's walking with the Airwax. I felt like immediately when I put the shoes on, I got pigeon-toed. I'm not pigeon-toed.
Dang.
I felt like I was walking pigeon-toed when I put the shoes on. And then on top of that, I started looking at pictures of the real shoe versus the shoe that I had received. And the bottom was so thin, it was like a boneless bottom of the shoe. So I had on some boneless Jordan 11s.
Oh Lord!
I was like
what the Jordan symbol look like, fam?
Bruh.
He had the blowout 11s
on. Now the Jordan symbol was the overall design of the shoe wasn't too bad. It was just some design flaws in some major areas, like the sole of the shoe.
Yeah, that's
It was
a
so
major
thin.
one.
Yeah, it was boneless, bro. Like you could literally
What
take the
said
shoe.
boneless?
You could take the shoe and squeeze it,
Squeeze
and
it.
it was fold in half and stuff. Like I was like, yeah, this ain't gonna cut it. So, I ain't
You
play
had
with
on the
it.
Brokeback 11.
Hey, no,
Dang.
hey, yo.
I mean, the back was bending. The back was bending. The back was bending.
No. We ain't gonna say
Back
no
was
broke.
bending.
Hold on now. We ain't gonna say no broke back. We ain't gonna say no broke back.
It was Brokeback.
We gonna say boneless. We
The
gonna keep it with the
boneless,
Boneless
boneless.
11.
backless,
Ain't no Diddy over here.
Brokeback.
Ain't no broke back action over here. All right, but but yeah, man, the shoes were terrible, so I immediately turned them into lawn shoes. Right when
And
I'm
you still got 'em?
outside, and I'm oh no, they've been long
Still
gone.
got
But
them 15 years later is insane.
yeah,
I mean,
It wasn't gonna last
listen,
nowhere near.
they immediately became my out like when you was growing up. Some of us remember outside shoes. When you was
yeah,
growing up, your mama said, them your outside shoes. Them the
Yeah.
shoes you go play in outside. Them not the shoes you wear to school. Them not your good shoes. Them your
Yeah, that's what I
outside
call
shoes.
my Vans is my throw-on shoes.
Yeah, they not even throw-ons. I use those
Dang.
to mow the yard, to do yard
Dang.
work in. So when you see me out in the yard, you was like, hey man, he cool. He outside
And some
doing yard
J's.
work in some J's. How crazy
Boneless
is that?
J's.
They was
Boneless
like,
J's, though.
dang. Got it
Boneless
like that.
J's.
I bet your feet was hurting when you took them joints off. You
Hey.
didn't hoop in them ever, did you?
Oh no, never.
Yeah,
never.
yeah, I'm finna say because
You would have been injured a long time ago.
Yeah, I would have been walking like greater than, less than.
Less
Greater
than.
than, less than.
Kenny, shout out Kenny Smith, greater than, less than.
Facts. Yeah. So y'all stay tuned each episode at the end because we're gonna be bringing y'all these Broke Chronicles, and I promise you it'll be well worth looking at the episode and getting through this great content to get to these great laughs at the end, because we got a lot of Broke Chronicles coming to you. Because you know what, a lot of us been broke, and we got a lot of great stories, so you gonna hear them all. So make sure you stay locked in.
And make sure you drop in the comments what y'all done dealt with. I want to know some of y'all stories.
Yeah, what kind of broke stuff y'all had to endure? For sure.
Facts.
All right.
You know you've been broke before.
Oh yeah, some of them broke right now.
Hey,
before.
the world is broke right now.
Yeah, broke right now. They broke watching this. But you know what? Guess what? We have episodes before, and you know what I'm saying, in the past, and we have episodes coming with financial experts with great advice that's gonna help you. So if you need that help, inbox us. We'll steer you to the right episode so you can get that financial help, so you can get out of those broke ways. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I get out of that broke mindset.
Broke eyes.
Yes.
Facts. All right. So, you know what I'm saying? We've had a great time this episode. It's been dope. A lot of laughs, a lot of good information pushed forward. Don't get too, you know what I'm saying, deep in our business, because we be sharing stuff with y'all. So when I see you in public, Trish Michelle see you in public, Benji Banks see you in public, don't be trying to, you know what I'm saying, bring up this old stuff that we done told y'all for entertainment purposes.
Like,
because it be real though. So
we really be speaking truth and facts on here, but we're not gonna talk about it later. We talked about it already.
Yeah, facts. So, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go ahead and let y'all roll. We appreciate y'all every episode, you know, hanging in here with us and having fun. Trish Michelle, Benji Banks, what I gotta say to the people before we get up out of here?
You know, ain't too much to say except for, you know what, for sure we talking about Broke Chronicles, and I do think that's important that you chimed in on our financial literacy things. Definitely DM us so we can get y'all connected to the right people that we didn't have on the show too. And don't feel down if you're struggling right now. There's a lot of people that's struggling. There's a lot of people that's going through it. But what I can say is lean on God, thank God, be thankful for where you are right now, and ask God to lead you in the proper direction where you're supposed to be, so that you can become and be who and where you're supposed to be at. So that's what I can say for sure right now. That's my words for y'all, is stay blessed and keep God first in your life, even through the troubles. Don't pray only when it's bad. Also pray and be thankful when it's good too.
Facts. Benji Banks, the man of brand. Talk to us, man.
Listen, a lot of great things taking place, but I want to close it out with this. There's a new kid that I'm following. His name is Sean the Science Kid. And he's a young kid, and this kid's brain is thoughts and it's amazing. keep good content before you. We know there's a lot of wild content out there. We know Dame Dash, hilarious, all types of stuff going on, tons of stories out there. But never forget that there is some dope content. Don't overlook it. Sean the Science Kid, I believe this kid is like 10, 12 years old, and his brain is just amazing. And if you go and listen to him talk, the kid is amazing. So just some great content out there. Follow great content. Keep your laughs, keep your jokes, keep your fun in there. Life is a balance. But never forget, especially the young kids, show this to your kids because, you know what I'm saying, it's definitely inspiring. So go peep them out, Learning Science with Sean, the Science Kid.
All right. So y'all already know. You've been rocking with Big Ken, Trish Michelle, and Benji Banks, and we are the Fiyah Session. The fire does not stop here. Catch us next week with more heat. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next session. And drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear from you. And thank you for your support and all of the things that you all put out there in the world. Let them be positive. Until next time, stay lit. It's the Fiyah Session. Peace.